I got into medical school after years of hard work. Now my own siblings are gaslighting, insulting, and trying to tear me down while one lies about getting into Manchester Uni and the other publicly calls me a scammer every chance he gets. I recently got accepted into medical school, something that still feels surreal to say out loud. Getting here has taken years of grit, disappointment, sacrifice, and self-belief I didn't always have. From the outside, it probably just looks like another academic milestone, but to me, it represents survival, healing, and proving to myself that I was worthy of this dream. Not just intellectually, but emotionally too. And yet, I've never felt more alone. Instead of the joy and celebration I hoped for, I've been met with silent treatment, gaslighting, backhanded insults, and emotional manipulation. Not from strangers. Not from old classmates or toxic friends. From my own younger siblings. I come from a close-knit family, or at least that's what I thought. We're not religious, but we were raised with strong family values. We were supposed to have each other's backs. That's what made this all the more painful. Let me start with my younger sister. She's currently in training to be a dental nurse. A few years ago, she was pursuing a degree in respiratory and sleep physiology, but always said she wanted to do dentistry. I spent countless hours helping her, planning a path in, guiding her on the UCAT, talking through options and timelines. I didn't just support her. I was actively invested in her success. She ended up dropping out of her degree and eventually started a dental nurse apprenticeship. I was happy for her, genuinely. I believed that everyone finds their own path in their own time, and I celebrated her decision even if it wasn't what she originally planned. I never judged. I was proud of her for pivoting and finding something that worked. My younger brother, the middle child, also tried to pursue medicine. He didn't get any interviews because he struggled with the UCAT. Again, I never judged. I never gloated. I never brought it up unless he wanted to talk about it. But everything shifted the moment I got my offer. It was as if a switch flipped. My sister didn't say, "Congratulations." Not even a half-hearted, "Oh, cool." Instead, she became visibly cold. Then cruel. She started saying things like, "You scammed the universities," as if I'd faked my way into medicine. She'd constantly repeat, "All medical students are schizo," with this smug look on her face, like she was trying to provoke me. She compared med school to Hogwarts and said Hogwarts is just a mental asylum for deluded people. Her favorite dig lately is "Scammers got scammed," because she thinks university is a scam, and by getting into med school, I'm a scammer who got tricked into a bigger one. All of this is said quietly, carefully, never around our parents. Always when we're alone or in the other room. When I confront her, she gaslights me, tells me I'm imagining it, that I must be hearing voices, that I'm paranoid, that I need help. It's so calculated that sometimes I catch myself doubting my own memory. And that's the scariest part. It's like psychological warfare under the mask of sibling banter. Only it's not playful. It's venomous. Then there's my middle younger brother, the one who works in medical device sales. You'd think having a sibling in healthcare-adjacent work might mean some understanding or even support, but honestly, it's been just as toxic, if not worse. When I got my medical school offer, he didn't congratulate me. Not a text, not a call, nothing. Instead, he told my mom to pass along a congratulations for him, like I was a distant acquaintance he barely knew. I was hurt but figured maybe he was caught off guard or unsure how to express himself. That naive hope didn't last long. Since then, he's taken every opportunity to undermine me. He constantly tells my parents that I'm not smart, that our sister is the real intelligent one, and that I've somehow stumbled into med school by accident. He acts like it's all a big fluke, that I cheated or lied or lucked into something I don't deserve. He'll randomly quiz me at family dinners or in the car with stuff like, "What's the exact height of Mount Everest?" Or, "What's the molecular mass of glucose?" Like he's hosting a pub quiz designed to make me look dumb. If I answer wrong or hesitate, he acts triumphant. If I answer correctly, he brushes it off like it was too easy or irrelevant. It's not about learning. It's about humiliation. He wants to prove something, not just to me, but to himself and to our family. And then there's the tag team effect. When my parents aren't around, he and my sister become a united front. They mock me together, throw around words like schizo to describe me and my future med school peers. They call me a scammer, laugh under their breath, and when I try to call them out on it, it's the same gaslighting all over again. "What are you talking about? You must be hearing voices again. You're so paranoid, it's scary." It's relentless. And here's the thing, I wish I could just walk away from all of it. But I come from a South Asian family, and walking away isn't just frowned upon, it's practically forbidden. Add to that the fact that in Islam, breaking ties with your family is a serious sin unless it's a case of harm or abuse. So I feel stuck in this purgatory, trying to honor my faith and culture while quietly being shredded emotionally by the people I love most. Now for where I might be the asshole, or at least where I'm being painted as one. So recently my sister, the same one who's called me schizo, who mocked me for getting into med school, started going around telling everyone that she got into dental hygiene and therapy at the University of Manchester. At first I said nothing. I genuinely wanted to be happy for her, even after all the cruelty. I thought, maybe this will give her a sense of peace and direction. Maybe she'll finally stop projecting whatever resentment she is onto me. But something didn't add up. I know that course. I'd looked into it back when she said she wanted to pursue dentistry. It's highly competitive, and the application process closes early. I also knew that DHT offers for UOM were sent out months ago, in April. She suddenly shared this news in July. And from what I'd seen on the student room and the university's own website, Manchester's DHT course wasn't in Clearing, but University of Greater Manchester, which isn't actually a real university. She meant University of Bolton, which some people confuse the name of, was in Clearing for dental hygiene. Later that evening, something strange happened. I noticed my sister quickly switching tabs on her laptop and hiding something on her phone when our parents walked into the room. She was acting suspicious. Too suspicious for someone supposedly celebrating such an achievement. My gut told me something wasn't right. I know this is where I might lose some people, and I'm willing to admit, I crossed a line. I'd helped her set up her email account years ago when we were younger, so it was always logged in on one of the old shared devices. I don't go snooping through people's emails. I never have, never wanted to, but I snapped. After months of being called delusional, schizo, a scammer, and after every attempt to clarify or stand up for myself being met with gaslighting or silence, I just needed the truth. I needed to know if I was going crazy or if they were truly spinning lies and expecting me to sit quietly while they vilified me.
So, yes.
I checked her email, and there it was in black and white, an unconditional offer for dental hygiene and therapy from the University of Bolton, not the University of Manchester. For those not familiar, Bolton sometimes brands itself under University of Greater Manchester, a name that sounds prestigious and confusingly similar to UOM, but they're not the same. UOM is a Russell Group university, very competitive, especially for DHT. Bolton's course, while functional, is not yet GDC accredited, meaning anyone graduating from it wouldn't be able to register or legally practice in the UK unless, or until the course gains that status. She had been parading this offer as if it were from the actual University of Manchester. Full cap and gown dreams, Instagram bios changed, blessed captions posted. Meanwhile, she was hiding rejection emails, like the one from the University of Portsmouth, where she claimed she had an offer she simply turned down for personal reasons. But I found it. It was clearly a rejection due to the course being full. That stung. Because not only was she lying to everyone, but she was doing it while still finding time to tear me down. I didn't want to humiliate her. I didn't go blasting it in a group chat. I took the evidence and showed it to my mum. Quietly, respectfully. I told her I wasn't trying to compete or compare. I just couldn't take the constant lies anymore, especially when they were being used to invalidate my own hard-earned achievement. My mum was stunned, but of course, in classic fashion, she said, "Let's not make a scene. Maybe she has her reasons." That's when I made another mistake. I told my middle brother about it, the same one who's been mocking me nonstop since my med school acceptance. I approached him privately, calmly. I explained the situation and said, "I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. She's been lying, and it's not fair how I'm treated in comparison." I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd level with me. That seeing the truth in writing would make him realize that I wasn't the enemy. That I wasn't imagining the abuse. His response? He went straight to my mum and said, "Did you actually see any proof that she got into Greater Manchester? Or are you just believing what your favorite med school child is saying?" I was floored. He knew I showed her the email. He saw the screenshots. Yet he still went and tried to undermine me, not only erasing the truth but weaponizing my academic journey against me. Favorite med school child. Like I haven't spent years building myself from the ground up, facing my insecurities, fighting for this dream alone. He didn't care about the truth. He cared about keeping the hierarchy, her above me, him above both of us. And now I was the manipulator, the liar, the villain. So now I'm stuck with this burning question. Do I show him the actual screenshot? Do I pull up the email and say, here's your proof. Stop gaslighting me? Or do I let it go, again, and let them continue building their entire reality on the foundation of lies? So now here I am, questioning everything. I know it was wrong. I know that. I shouldn't have gone into her email, no matter how easy it was, no matter that it was already logged in on an old device I set up for her when we were younger. I still crossed a boundary. I broke a rule. And I've always been the type of person who believes in respecting people's privacy. I hate that I even felt compelled to do it. But it wasn't out of curiosity. It wasn't to embarrass her. They've made it a mission, a full-time project, to undermine everything I've worked for since getting into medical school. I didn't expect applause. I didn't even expect a celebration. But the least I expected was basic decency. Congrats. A moment of peace. Instead, I got war. They don't insult me outright anymore. Not directly.
They're smarter than that. It's all subtle now. Strategic.
They'll watch TikToks about scammers who got into med school on full volume when I'm in the room. They'll share videos with my mom of people faking credentials or gaming the system, never once naming me, but shooting glances in my direction as the audio blares. It's this psychological warfare that's left me in this twisted headspace where I'm being gaslit into silence, and when I finally do push back, they weaponize my response as proof that I'm losing it. My brother still hasn't seen the email. I haven't shown it to him. He keeps saying things like, "Mom's only taking your side because you're the favorite," or "You probably faked it just to make her look bad." He's never even asked for proof. He doesn't care. They've created their own language now. Their own inside jokes. They throw around the word scammer like it's casual slang, like it's funny. I could walk into the kitchen and hear them say, "Some people just cheat their way through life," in it, and then feel the heat of their eyes on me as I open the fridge. I say nothing. I pretend not to hear. But I hear. And what makes it worse, what twists the knife deeper, is that I haven't even been vindictive about it. I could have gone nuclear. I could have exposed the lie publicly, humiliated her in front of the whole family, made a scene. But I didn't. I only showed my mom. And even then, I didn't do it to drag her down. I did it because I wanted someone to finally acknowledge the truth. Someone to see I wasn't crazy. What's more frustrating is I'd actually be happy to talk with my sister about her options. If she could transfer from Bolton's dental hygiene and therapy program to the actual University of Manchester's GDC-accredited course, I'd be the first to help her strategize how. I've done this before. I helped her when she was applying to respiratory and sleep physiology. I helped her with UCAT. I wanted her to succeed. I still do. But the moment I even mention Bolton University, she flies into a rage. Full defensiveness. "Why do you keep going on about it? I told you I'm going to Manchester Uni," she shouts, and that's that. End of conversation. No discussion allowed. I'm supposed to just nod and play along with the lie like everyone else. Am I the a-hole for checking her email to confirm what I already suspected, that she's lying, after they've made it their mission to destroy my peace of mind since med school started? I know I crossed a line. But when does protecting yourself stop being wrong? And what now? Do I show my brother the email? He doesn't believe me, and he's actively helping push this narrative that I'm a liar, despite knowing full well that I've never made things up before. But something tells me even if I did show him, it wouldn't change anything. They've both chosen to hate me for existing in a space they wanted for themselves. I didn't steal their dreams. I didn't sabotage their paths. They stumbled on their own, and I never once celebrated that. I've been nothing but supportive, even while being torn down. At this point, I don't even want revenge. I just want peace. I want honesty. I want to live my life, in med school, with all the struggles and sacrifices that come with it, without being demonized for it. Is that really so much to ask?